clinch a playoff berth Sunday night with a win over the Lions. Aaron Rodgers and the Pack, 4.5-point home favorites. That, according to Fox Bet Sportsbook. All right, Shannon. Aaron Rodgers has been up and down this season. Who wins this game and why?
I'm going to take the Packers because I think overall their team. Now, I like the Lions' offense, but their defense leaves a lot to be desired, and I think the Packers will take advantage of that. Skip, I am surprised that the Packers were able to turn this around. I thought the only way they could turn it around is that Aaron Rodgers had to play like the MVP that he's been over the last 2 seasons, and he didn't do that. It's because they run the football and played outstanding defense behind that. They've gone from averaging 19 points a game through weeks 1 through 12 to damn near 30 in the last 5 weeks to get right back in this thing.
While running slightly more than they're
throwing the football. So that's why I'm surprised that they got back in it, because I thought Aaron Rodgers needed to be Aaron Rodgers, the transcendent thrower of the football that we've seen since he became the starter in Green Bay. And that hadn't happened. And so I guess we shouldn't be surprised, considering that Aaron Rodgers and Matt LaFleur are 18-1 in December and January. So I guess we shouldn't be surprised that they've been able to do this. But I am surprised because I'm looking at the way Aaron was playing and says unless he turns it around in his play, how do they get back into it? Well, they got back into it by turning around and handing the ball off to Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon and then letting Aaron play complimentary football after that. So I am surprised that they turned it around, but I'm not going to be surprised when they win this game. So I'm taking the Packers to win the ball game.
It seems like, just to my mind's eye, that everybody is taking the Packers, almost like it's a foregone conclusion. Aaron bleeping Rodgers is back in the playoffs. Right? Just when you least expected it, he came back to life.
You taking Jared Goff or you taking Aaron Rodgers?
Okay. I got this theory that inevitably works in the realm of sports. It's almost like a betting or gambling theory.
Okay.
When everybody says, it's my everybody says theory. When everybody says, and I can't find anybody who's picking the Lions.
No.
Because they're the Lions.
Right.
They're still, in most people's eyes, they're the Lions. Right?
Right.
Don't believe your lion eyes about the Lions, right?
Yes.
So I start looking at the numbers and I say, time out. What is going on here? So the Lions are 6-2 in their last 8 games. Over that span, 8 games, they're second in the NFL in points scored. They're third in point differential, which is always the telltale, okay? They are number 1 in the NFL in fewest giveaways. They do not turn the football over at all. They're number 1 in the whole league in fewest giveaways, okay? That works, right? Jared Goff, over the last 8 games, that's pretty good sample size. He's thrown 15 touchdown passes and 0 picks.
Yeah.
That's pretty good, right? So you can pretty much safely bet that they probably won't turn it over, maybe one time, but the odds are that they're not going to turn the ball over because they just don't turn it over, right? And then the Lions have scored 30 or more points 5 times in those 8 games.
Right.
Well, that's top of the list, man. You can't. Both teams just scored 41, but everybody fixated on 41 Green Bay against Minnesota, right?
But Skip, you look at Green Bay in the game, the last 4 games, they have 12 takeaways. They're taking the ball away at a high clip. They had 28 points off turnovers, which was last week, which was the most since 2005.
The big one was at Tua, where they took
3 times in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
But how did they start the game, Skip? 105-yard kick return. Man, you talk about a brag breaker.
Okay.
On the road,
and
a team hit you with one of those, now you're fighting from behind, and you know what happened with first cousin. I mean, I got to demote him. He third cousin now.
I know. I warned you about him. He is who he never was. That's who he is. He is who he never was.
Okay.
So we still don't believe in the Lions because they start off 1-6.
Yes.
You say, well, they can't. They can't be this good.
But they lost a lot of close ball games. Their defense was Skip, you can't be last in defense. I don't care how good your offense is, because if your defense is dead last, you're going to probably lose. I mean, only Aaron Rodgers. I think Aaron Rodgers might have won an MVP one year, Skip. He had the number 1 offense, but the 32nd ranked defense. And what happened? The Giants came to town and beat the brakes off him.
Okay. Jamal Williams, once a Packer, has scored 15 rushing touchdowns.
That's number 1.
That's number 1. Fortunately, it's not 16 because against my team, they were about to go ahead early in the fourth quarter, you remember?
Yeah, I do.
And D-Law laid down the law.
Pulled it
right in
out.
the hole. Well, he just crushed it.
Yeah.
and he spit it up.
Yep.
I can't believe it because he hadn't fumbled.
Nope.
Okay, so he's going back to where he was, and he's got some revenge on his mind. So I love how it sets up for Detroit because nobody believes they'll win, and there's little to no pressure on them, and all the pressure is on the home team to do what everyone says they're going to do.
So would you, let's just say, would you pick them straight up or would you take the points?
I'm going to go straight up. I'm going to be the lone wolf on this. I just got a feeling that Detroit, because of that coach, he's a little wacky to me, but I think they believe in him, and they love. I don't think they look at him as wacky.
No.
I think they they think he's 100% real.
Yes, I agree with that.
Okay, and he's a legitimate tough guy to me, and it rubs off on the locker room.
Right.
I think they play hard-nosed football.
Yeah, I mean, it's been raining like the last week or something, so there's something in there. So that feeling you might have, it might have something to do with the weather.
Maybe.
Maybe.
You think I'm coming down with something?
Yeah.
I don't feel like it. I'm knocking on wood.
You taking the Lions straight up. Straight up. I thought you would take the points. I said, no, I take the 4.5, 5 points.
I just got a feeling that when everyone says this is going to happen, and it's Aaron Rodgers, although it's really not Aaron Rodgers because he has been reduced. That's what's happened.
Yeah.
Is young Coach LaFleur finally said, no, I've seen enough.
He's playing complimentary football.
He is. I mean, I'm not going to go to game manager, but it's complimentary, right?
No. They're not asking him to throw the ball 40 times while they run it 15, 20 times in order for them to win.
All right.
They're winning these games. I mean, yeah, he's making the throws. He can still make those.
Okay.
But we said Dillon and Jones control the clock.
All right. So is this not an equivalent of a playoff game?
Oh, it is. Yeah,
okay.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So what's happened to Aaron Rodgers the last 2 times he played a home playoff
But
game?
here's the thing, though, Skip. They've been playing a playoff game. Every single week for the last 5 weeks has been a playoff game for the Packers.
Kind of quietly. Nobody really saw it coming. Maybe they were thinking that, but you weren't thinking that.
No.
Right?
Because I didn't think they can get back in it because I didn't see enough from Aaron Rodgers. I know what he was, but I know what he was playing like. And so I didn't see anything that made me think that, okay, all of a sudden he's going to revert back into the Aaron Rodgers of those MVP
But
seasons.
now it's a universally acknowledged playoff game
absolutely.
for Aaron Rodgers at
whoever
Lambeau,
wins is in.
and it's Sunday night.
Yeah.
They upped the ante and moved it right up, up the ladder to Sunday night.
Yeah.
I don't always trust Aaron Rodgers in these kind of games because he lost to Brady and then he lost to Jimmy G.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. And that's what he's been doing. And remember, since that long ago Super Bowl, he's, 7-9 in the postseason since that 4-0 Super Bowl run, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't trust him. And I'm starting to trust Dan Campbell and Jared Goff and the offense. I'm with you. You're exactly. The defense leaves much to be desired.
Right.
So Green Bay is going to score points, but I'm pretty sure Detroit's going to score some points.
Green Bay defense looked good last month.
It's gotten hot. Is what it's gotten.
Taking the ball away. Taco, the number one indicator of playing playoff football on the defensive side. Can you take the ball away?
Okay. Well, these guys don't give it away at all.
Okay.
I mean, at all. They're at the top of the list. Okay.
But they don't take it away either.
I will take that. It's going to be a shootout. Okay. I think they can.
Big high-scoring game?
Yep.
28-27, 30-20, 30-27?
30-28. That kind of game. I'm going Detroit. I'll lone wolf this one.
You want a case on it?
Nope. Will you give me some point? Will you give me the 4.5?
I
did. Wait, I didn't want it.
4.5.
You just say you didn't want it.
4.5.
You say you didn't want it.
No, I said I won't bet on the points. I said I'm going to take it straight up.
We'll take it
But if
straight
we're
up.
going to bet on it, then I need the points. Well, I deserve the points.
This man just told me.
Well, you're front running on it then.
You front running.
Well, front running.
You proposed to bet like you tell me. You proposed to bet to me.
No, you proposed the